apartments they built, right? My nephew called me on his iPad on FaceTime. He's like, Uncle Saquon, look. And he flipped the camera. That's tanks riding down the street. He's like, Uncle Saquon, Call of Duty outside. Like, Call of Duty is real. Like, and then I hang up my phone, look out my window. We got Susie Ann, Billy Ray, and all them walking their dogs up and down the street like nothing is going on. So I go outside. I went outside. I was living in Columbia, Maryland, in Harper's Choice. I walk outside, all these older retired people outside. There's one black couple 2 houses down. And they knew I was from Baltimore because they asked some questions. And they was like, oh, you got a doctor? Because my mom's white. And they seen me going in and out of the house. Right? We talking. Dude come outside. He like, come in, man. Let me pray for you. I'm like, I'm good. Leave me alone. Like, I'm straight, right? That's what the mindset I'm in. He's like, no, I just know that you got family down there. Everybody else got a blind eye to this. Come on, step in here and we're going to have a conversation. We went in there, we talked. Probably 2 hours later, the CVS that was all over the news caught on fire. My cousin was in that joint, right? My cousin made it out. Like, not a scratch, not a nothing. Granted, he was in there stealing, but he made it out. You get what I'm saying? And it was just crazy because I went back to school the next day. They talking about it in school. Stay away from Baltimore City. It's a no in the zone. Like, yo, they were really down in the people of my city, bro, and it hurts my heart to see that all. I had so many friends on TV stomping on stuff, kicking through stuff. Like, these kids I went to school with. Now, yeah, I did my crazy stuff when I was in school, but yo, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, and I'm glad. I know we all remember when the lady got on TV and she whipped her son, like she whipped him. You get what I'm saying? And we talked about that in school, and you know, it was people having their opinions, but I was just like, yo, every mother need to get out there and get their child and do the exact same thing right now. I remember texting all my little cousins in the group message like, yo, I see any of y'all on these TVs, y'all gotta answer to me. Y'all have to answer to me. And then what made it worse, bro, my older cousins and they, who we looked up to when we was a little cousins, like, they 27, 28, 30, going into that age, right? They were outside doing this stuff. They were outside doing this stuff, bro, and I'm just like, yo, who the hell is going to set the tone and let us know, like, yo, this is how we supposed to live, not like this, yo. Like, cause what it come down to, and what I always told people, all I can do is refer to Howard County, because that was a whole different world for me. All I could tell people is I decided to be a product of my decisions and not my environment. You get what I'm saying? So I decided to, okay, this guy's giving me another chance at life. I can start over right now. This is my decision. Yes, I went back to the hood and was like, yo, look, he want me to move out here in the county, blah, blah, blah. My cousin's like, boy, that's where the KKK live at. They gonna get you. So I'm like,
it's mind blowing how they relate.
And that's how they thought of it. You know, my cousins came to my house one time out there, and he wanted to steal my damn pool table out my basement. He was like, yo, how long you really gonna be living with these people, yo? Because you know they really gonna put you out as soon as you do something. And that was my thought process. Like, I got in arguments with these people in their houses, and it was like, go ahead, send me back to the hood. I don't care. Not one time did my mother tell me leave her house. Not one time did she tell me pack my stuff, I'm dropping you back off of Pennsylvania Avenue. Not one time. And that just go back to what we're talking about. Like, we set that foundation, bro. These children can go as far as the eye can see and beyond. But people don't. People, yo, like, people, I talk to people about this all the time, about them donating to my local, yo, you know how much that lacrosse squad mean to me. Like, I go out here and I talk to these people for hours to get money for my boys. The dude out there looked me in my face and was like, yo, I don't know what it is about you, but I feel it. When you talking to me, like, you got some pain in your voice. I'm like, it's not my pain. It's Baltimore City pain. Every time I spoke out there, thank you on behalf of West Baltimore and myself for letting me in West Baltimore speak to you. That's how I spoke in the dress. You watched my graduation speech. I stepped up and said, thanks for letting me in West Baltimore speak to you guys today. Now let me tell you what's really going on. Children.
I'm so glad you spoke for West Baltimore.
I had to. Somebody had to do it.
I said it because all that was right behind me. I live right on Gilmore Street. All that was behind me. And my son called me and told me, he said, "Ma, get out of there. Go up to Miranda's house." I was like, "Doc, I'm cool." I didn't feel afraid. All that happened around the corners from me. They didn't even come in our block. In fact, the last Saturday they protested. They marched up the street and they was telling, "Hi, pray for us. We pray for you." They didn't come down to Gilmore Street. They stayed right back there. You know, and I would go look out my back door, go upstairs, look and see. I didn't feel afraid, but to appease and please my son, I wouldn't stay with my daughter till it was over with. Because, you know, and I understand his heart. I understand him being afraid, you know, because it could have broken out worse than that. I didn't even know what was going on, to tell you the truth. And I was in my house, and, you know, it's all around. I really didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know the young man who, you know, who died.
Yeah.
Until I started hearing it. And then a friend of mine called me, and she said, girl, that happened right around the corner from you. And she lived out Randallstown. I was like, what happened around the corner from me? She said, well, they put that boy in the paddy wagon. And I was like, oh, really? See, I mean, you know, and I often say this because I have incidents that has happened that I just did not see it. And I've always said, whatever the Lord don't want you to see, he blinds you from it. He didn't want me to see that. And I felt comfortable. I mean, I went to sleep knowing they was, you know, current on. I just went up, would go to sleep and like just wake up. I was fine. Right. You know, but I mean, sometimes people blow things out of proportion. Yeah, that was a big uproar. That's the third one I've seen in my lifetime. You know, and you never recover from them. Right. They can tear down and build whatever, but the scars are internal.
Yeah, definitely.
And our kids are living in a scarred world. So who's going to heal them when we haven't healed ourselves?
We need a lot of healing.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It
hurts my heart. It really hurts my heart.
Yo, and it's real. It's real. Like, what do we have to do for y'all to understand this, man? Like I'm asking people, like, yo, me, yeah, bro, let's have a conversation. We talk, right? And then along some line, I say something that exposed my age. I say something that exposed my age. And then, yo, you what? Yeah, yo, I'm only 20, but anyway, keep going. And then the whole conversation shift. Like, and I'm talking to somebody my age, now they want to go, yo, she was da-da-da-da. Right. I'm like, before you knew I was 20 years old, bro, we was having the tightest conversation ever, and you was opening your brain, and it was okay for you to learn right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, and one of the biggest things that plays a part in all of this, bro, it's not okay to be smart in Baltimore City, in the hood. It's not okay. And that's one of the, once we figure that.
Not just in Baltimore City, it's not okay to be smart, period. Point blank.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Because they look at you, you know, it's like, oof. You know, what's wrong with me being smart? I don't have to, because I live in the hood, I don't have to be dumb.
Facts.
And you made a statement that you live, what would you say, you live by your decisions and not by your
I was a product of my decision, not my environment.
Right. That's a good motto to live by, because there has been plenty of African Americans, black folk, men and women, who have come out of the ghetto, who have had less education than a lot of us and have made it. And some we don't even know about. Some we don't even know about. Yet they've made it. You know, then have no education. You know, and the fact that they, you know, everything now is you got to be athletic, you got to be a singer, you got to, no. You can be somebody. You can be somebody. Just making a correct rule.
That's a fact.
Right.
Go on out there and be a doctor and a lawyer.
See, now that's
be a good one.
Scary thought. That's scary thought. People scared. We scared to think like that. It's not that we scared to think like that. We've been pulled away from thinking like that. Like,
and it's also what people will think of us.
Facts.
My daughter often says we got to stop thinking about what people think of us and think of what we ourselves.
Speaking of not really educated African Americans, one of my favorite speakers, Les Brown. Les Brown has, I just learned, like, starting to read more into Les Brown. He didn't attend college. Like, he didn't attend college. He was speaking at Harvard in 80-something. Like, when I watched his Birds of a Feather flock together, one of his most infamous speeches, he never stepped foot on a college. He was adopted from a abandoned house by a housemaid. Like, this is real life, and it's like, yo, look at him. This is a multi-million-dollar man now. Like, and now he decided to go. You get what I'm saying? Like, he decided to do that, but and that what I was saying for as us being pulled away from thinking like that is real. Like at a point, yeah, I remember when I was little and when I was like little younger, like younger, it was like, yo, I'm gonna be a police officer. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like that was the thing now. Now it's like, boy, you don't wanna be no police officer, boy, you gonna beat up, boy, no. You don't wanna be no doctor, boy, no. My cousin got this, that, and the third. Like we get stuck on letting other people's perceptions become our reality. That's the biggest problem. We let other people's perceptions like, all right, cool, yo, act like this, dress like that, talk like that. And now I'm telling myself, because I heard it from 1,000 other people, now I'm telling myself, like, I got to act like this, got to talk like that, I got to dress like this. I'm never going to find my true self because I'm letting everybody create me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm letting everyone create me. You're not going to tell me that I need to wear that to be accepted by y'all. I don't care.
Right.
I'm still going to be successful in whatever I choose to do. I need to go attend this college to do that. Bro, you know how many people were upset with me because I left 2 full-ride scholarships on the table for lacrosse? Like, I got friends from club teams that don't even talk to me no more. Bro, we could have played in college together, bro. I got a greater purpose in the world, bro. The sport won't come back around like it is now.
Right.
I got offers from semi-pro teams. Like, yo, come play. I'm only 20. Yo, we can make it work.
Yeah.
Like, I got friends who won't speak to me, bro, because I decided to go, oh, I can come work in Baltimore City schools and help right now. Or I can go to school for 4 years, let stuff get a little bit worse down there, you know, just keep living my good life over here and not worry about them, just go get my family, get them out the hood. No, I appreciate y'all, coach. I appreciate everything. I'm glad y'all seen the hard work that I put in over the 4 years. Did an extra year of high school. I appreciate all that. But my city is calling me, bro. And that's exactly what I did with my scholarships. Both coaches in the office at the same time. Nobody ever did that, bro, in my school. So I'm like, could y'all both come in for a second? I just want to split it. I appreciate y'all. I'm not being rude, disrespectful, anything of that nature, but this is the offer that I had. And I never knew how many people, how many friends I was going to lose after I left out that office. I left out the office. I lied to you not. I had 2 teachers, a couple friends out there like, yeah, boy, where you signed to? Where you signed to? Baltimore City Schools. What? You signed to where? Yeah, yo, Baltimore City Schools. I'm going to start the week after graduation.
Yeah.
And what I do, I graduated, gave that speech, went down to Baltimore City Schools, and I've been there for 2 years now. And that's the best decision I ever made. All my guys who went to school went to college. Yo, I can't do this. We got 4 a.m. workouts. Oh, I ain't got no money to do this. I ain't got no money. Oh, I got money to do that. I can go do that because I decided what was for me and what worked for me.
Exactly.
Like, just because you're putting this paper in front of me saying, yo, this is how much you're worth for 4 years, that's it.
But you see also, that goes to say the generation difference, because when I was in high school, I wanted to go into the armed service, either the Army or the Navy. And my grandmother said to me, no, you're going to college. I knew I wasn't college material. At that point, I knew that. But because she said it, that's what I had to do. I didn't have the chance to make the decision of what I wanted to do. I was told what I was going to do. See, now, excuse me, today, kids have a choice, and they don't realize that they have a choice.
Facts.
Because they want to follow what somebody else said. The flag this dial up and sign them. You know, you get $1,600, $16,000 to come to college, and you got to work almost to the nickels and dimes before you get anywhere.
Facts.
You're right.
You know, you recognize what you wanted to do. It came from your own perspective. See, and if you try to tell children that today, they were like, I don't know what that means. Well, you don't want to listen to get the understanding of it either.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right.
You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You don't make that. And most definitely, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would say if I told you that wasn't a hard decision, like for me to be 20 years old, I had to make what I consider in my life-changing decisions. You get what I'm saying? One of my closest friends had to die in order for me to go, yo, I want to go live and go try something different in Howard County. Maybe let's see how this works. I had to make the decision to be in high school an extra year. I had to make that decision. Like, I couldn't see that great stuff was going to come from it, but I had to be like, all right, I got to be the eldest in my classes. So that's all I was looking at. I don't want to be that old. I was already getting facial hair. I'm like, yo, they already cracking jokes like, yo, how old you is, yo? Like, but I'm just maturing faster than y'all, man. Like, and that was another life-changing decision I had to make on my own, where it was like, all right, if I go ask them, I know what they're going to say. I know they're going to want me to come back to the hood and do this, that, and the third because I'm good at doing this, that, and the third. But they want me to come to the classroom because I'm good at speaking. All right, y'all going to type it up, but I'm going to speak it to the front of the class. All right, I'm going to help y'all write this, but I'm still going to speak to the whole 9th grade class. Like, it's crazy. I went into, and this all goes into letting children know that they have options and finding themselves. I went into high school. I wasted my first freshman year here in Baltimore City between Digital Harbor, Reach Partnership, Lake Clifton. Yo, I went to almost every school in the city, got booted. I get to Howard County my freshman year, I was like, ugh, get away from me. Like, why are y'all learning right now? Like, I remember sitting in one of my classes like, yo, you trying to go run the halls right fast, yo? Yo, Hunter looked at me and was like, run the halls? Where we running to, man? I'm like, I'm in class, like, yo, they really, yeah, like, I ain't got no choice now. I gotta look. Hey, I'm paying attention, right? But that come from, and then when I got there, I saw how far behind I was. I was in the 9th grade. They was writing 3-page papers in 40 minutes. Real talk. They really in it. Spark Notes. And here I am. Can I get a piece of paper, please? And I'm still on my first page. They done Googled it, shared it to their classmates in the next class. Proofread this for me, boom, boom, right? And that showed me how far behind I was. I talked to no one 9th grade yet. Get out my face, bro. It got to the point where I was leaving school every day, and my moms would be outside with Chick-fil-A like, nope, turn around, try it again, you can do it. Like, every day in the parking lot. And I was like, oh, shit. All right, I'm going back in, right? I say that to say, by the time I got to my senior year, with the whole, it takes a village to raise a child. With my guidance counselor, my teachers, my mother, the people she knew, my lacrosse coaches. Bro, my senior year, I was the SGA president. I started 3 mentoring programs in the school. I'm hung up in Howard County Board of Ed office. Like, now it's crazy to me. I go into these offices and I go back into Wild Lake. My name is in the Wild Lake Hall of Fame, basically. You get what I'm saying? Like, freshmen come in and the first thing they do in Wild Lake is look at them names on that list. Like, oh, that's, so it's like, yo, and that was my biggest motivation. Like, if I can take the options and the opportunity that I was given and go back to where I didn't think it was no option or opportunity, and let children know, like, yo, you can do this.
Right.
Like, granted, you won't be as blessed as I was to get people to come in and help you do it, but yo, you can do this, and I'm going to help you all the way through it. Like, I'm going to show you, like, okay, you're going to stumble, you're going to fall, but I'm going to be here to pick you up and dust you off. This is what I'm here for. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that, yo. A lot of people think you want something from them when you want to give them help. I don't want anything from you. I just want you to be successful because I see more in you. Because someone saw more in me, so I know it's more in you. Get away from what they made of you and find what you really are. That's what it is. That's all it come down to, man. That's all it come down to. And if people start to realize that, as far as parents, kids, even educators, if you start to realize, all right, cool, let's help them dig out that made up show. Let's dig out that made up show and let's expose them to what they really are. I didn't know before I got to Wild Lake. I didn't know that I like to play the piano, bro. No lie. I was playing around with one of my Kenji Sakamoto, bro. And I got to meet kids from all over the place too. That's another thing. That's crazy. He's from Tokyo, Japan. Like, really real. And yo, nice. And one day after practice, like, really real. Like, this blew my mind. Like, I met kids from these places, right? And he's like, Jet, man, let's go to the band room, man. We got a couple minutes to kill before dinner. I'm like, I ain't going to no band room. Like, I'm going over there. He's like, let's go, man. I bet it's something in there you like to play. And gave me a little nudge, right? We go over there. Yo, show me Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star in the joint. Bro, I played that for a week straight. I told everybody, boy, I bet you can't do this, boy. I was Ray Charles in there, but you hear me? But that's just what I'm saying. We get our kids around different attitudes.
Exposure, man.
We expose them to this stuff. My nephew loves going to Howard County, bro. And I only keep referencing Howard County because that's what I experienced, right? I take my nephew there. My nephew walked to my school for the first time. I was like, yo, Uncle Saquon, is this a college? No, it's a high school. Can I go here? You can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want, and become whoever you want to become, bro. That's you, and I'm exposing you to this now. To this now. Like, I'm gonna let you know that.
Setting the ground
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Man, the
This
foundation.
is what it is.
That's it. You
And
gotta
leave it,
last.
and what it go back to, leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And what I tell you about what I'm doing now, with Father at Mission 21, John.
Let the world know.
Hey, you already,
Mission
you
21.
already know. Listen,
Let 'em know.
Mission 21 is going down. It's in full effect. I am collecting clothes for the homeless, man. I have a living room, literally a living room full of bags, socks, shoes, first aid kits, coats. I had somebody come through with 13 cases of waters on the water truck. I got everything from little personal pocket fans, you know, the little joint with the water bottle sprays.
Yeah.
I got those. First aid kit, socks. I got everything you can possibly need. Biggest thing I got, pillows. Pillows, bro. I got pillows stacked up on my wall. Like I had to take them down because it was just making my house look a little dark. So I had to but I started collecting in February, on February 9th. I'm collecting all of these personal goods, hygienes. I'm trying to stay away from canned goods and food. But I'm giving real stuff. I'm not about to do this yearly. Oh, here go a hot plate. Here you go. Move on. Yeah, I shout out to everybody who do that, but I want to make. I want to go out there. No, I don't knock it, but I want to go out there and go. Oh, how you doing? Your name Rob? I'm Saquon, man. Let's talk about something. Oh, you served in where or where? Huh, Rob? I got a bag for you. Look through there. There's some men jackets. Like this is what it is, bro. Like, no, I'm not. You know, I'm not making this up. My whole house is covered with stuff, bro. So from here until my 21st birthday, I am waking up on my 21st birthday of April 18th. I am waking up that morning, and it's just gonna be me, and I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to hit every part of the city. And my mother told me like, oh, you need to put some of this on camera, like just get a picture here and there. I'm like, no, I don't want nobody with no cameras near me because that's gonna take away the genuine vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to be out here with these people. I might even squat down on the ground with y'all and chill with y'all for a couple minutes. Like, this is what I am because I am not above you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I am not above you, bro. At any given moment, I could be right here with you.
Right.
If I don't decide to keep doing the right things that I'm doing now, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything must go. Everything must go. I got it. Everyone and everything. I got it all in the house, man.
Right.
Yeah,
I got
that's
suits.
right. We
suit
never
pants.
know we may be one of those out there on the street, you know. And speaking of that, because we do Four Corners outreach and feed the homeless. Okay, we don't go to any specific place. We fix like the last time we did it last month. We did sandwiches. This week we're going to do hot food. We're doing spaghetti.
Okay.
You get a little bowl of spaghetti, some snacks, water, and utensils to eat with. We do because we're small. We only do 25.
Okay.
We cook, load up my car, hit every corner.
Okay.
We already know that it's homeless down here at the by the post office. We already know that, all right? So we go down there, we give out stuff, but we go all out in the county and everywhere.
Okay.
So they're everywhere. When you the least place you look around, there's somebody there. It used to be right underneath the bridge at Franklin and Fremont.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they got
it.
they called them out there. That was
did.
cold. They threw them fences up over there, and man, listen.
And coming down Guilford, because our last Thanksgiving we went down there. There used to be, I caught wind of it. Was this one lady? I don't know what it was about this lady, but I caught wind coming to work one morning, and she was sit like right there in the open, because right there coming from Mercy is like it's an opening right there where the parking lot is, and she was just sitting there by herself, just sitting there. And I kept every day I would go there, and she was just sitting there, and I was like, Lord, I said, Lord, what are you telling me? What is this? Why is she sitting there by herself? And I didn't see anybody else around there. So I said, okay. So I was sitting home one day and I was reading the scripture, and where Lord was telling Jesus said, "Feed my sheep," because that was the word He gave me when I came into ministry, was feed my sheep. So I said, okay. I said, well, funds is low. I went to the dollar store. I started buying them little cups of the Chef Boyardee, where it don't have to heat it up. You can
just crack it and eat that. Yeah.
I kept a bag of it in my car. So I went down one morning. I left home early to stop, deliberately stop, and had a bag for her. And she couldn't hardly walk. Then she called for somebody to come get the bag for her, and I was like, no. Let me park, take the bag myself to her, right? Because I don't know whether that person gonna give it to her or take part of it,
Right.
So I started going in. Every morning she would sit right there in the spot. So one morning I went down there. She had moved over to one of the pillars there because it had gotten cold, and she was underneath these boxes and stuff. So I stopped the car, I parked the car, and I went over there, and the guy stood up, and I said, is the lady still here that was sitting in the middle? He said, well, you talking about Mary? I said, yeah, and she peeped up from behind the boxes, right? So I had 2 bags. But she was just so happy. She said, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. She never knew my name. I just gave her the bags, get in my car, and go on to work. When I came back the next several days, there were 4 or 5 people. And what Lord told me, said, nope, that's not your mission. I told you her. Her and her only. And I had to stop. Okay, because what was happening was they was taking the food that I was giving them. They was taking it.
Right.
And my mission was just specifically for her because I caught her out the corner of my eye. Sometimes the corner of your eye catch more than what your whole view can catch. And that's where you go. With that corner of that eye, that is your mission. And that's the only way you need to go, is right there with that one mission. Because if you go further, you're going to mess up what the mission is, what you're called to do.
That was deep right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Hey,
Look, Chad Allen said, shouts out to Chad. Chad is a faithful viewer from Texas.
Right.
He said, this is why I tune in every week. Always people with good morals, positive attitudes, and the motivations for success and the pursuit of happiness for all. We appreciate you, Chad. You already know. That's our extended family.
Yeah.
Jonathan McCullum said, do what makes you happy and fulfilled. Live well, eat well, sleep well, and help others. Why chase after the world and lose your body and soul in the pursuit? Have goals for self-growth, not confirmation of worth.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's
We
that?
are eminently worthy. Shouts out to Jonathan.
Is that,
Thanks,
is that
man.
the preacher?
No. Well, who? Jonathan McCullum? Who?
Oh, James McCullough. Oh, okay.
Shout out to John, James, Johnny. With my God, my bad.
Chad, right. My bad. That's your name.
What is it?
With Chad?
No, the guy.
Oh, Jonathan McCullum.
Jonathan.
Okay.
I don't know what you said.
Look, I'm
saying
reading.
Chad.
Yeah, no, because Chad was right under him.
All right,
I apologize. We got to go to a break, y'all. We'll be right back.
I don't know who you. Oh, hold up. This bracket
Yeah.
looking a little.
He heard over there
Sorry,
about the break. And we're back.
Hey,
They always catching us on. Look, we need to have we gonna start keeping these outtakes, and we gonna re-release them because we be having our own little things. It is what it is. Outtakes coming soon. See all of us.
Yeah.
This is good.
what was I about to say before we? You were saying something. What you were saying?
First thing that goes in your
I'm
mind.
gonna say this before we even get back serious.
Wow.
Your bracket ain't looking good. Now let's get back.
Oh, he wants to bracket. You know what? We're gonna talk about that off air.
Off air.
We're gonna talk about that off air because you know what? This bracket looking
That was-
mighty fine. You hear me? Mighty fine. What was I? Yo, what was I about to say? I lost
You
it.
was talking about was your Michigan.
Oh, yeah. So the mission, and I shared this with Ty. Yo, I had people. So I told people like, no cash donations, no none of that. Like I don't want that. I want you to go to the store knowing that you purchasing something for someone else.
Right.
This is what I tell everyone. So I had this. I ain't even gonna put his names out there. And like, guy hit me on Instagram. Yo, I see what you doing. And before I get into that, I love that all of my street knuckleheads are into this. Like I had my cousin who is in it. He came through with 2 bags of washcloths. Boom, I was like, that's a smart move. Like my guy, his little brother come through. Yo, it ain't much, but I got a couple cases of toothpaste. My guy, like I appreciate this stuff, right? But back to the guy who pulled up at the crib. I don't give no one my address. Especially I don't text it. I never text my address. I give him the address to the building across the street. You know, I come downstairs, like housewear, shorts on, slippers, you know, got a little hoodie on and run out, grab a bag and go back in. So I go down, he got a bag, nice black trash bag full of stuff. He like, where you want me to take my picture at? Yo, right here. Where you want me to stand? So I look at him like,
Credit stealer.
I'm like,
Thunder stealer.
so I'm like, I only got my phone, bro. What you? I ain't coming out here to take a picture of you, man. I can't even get the bag. He like, all right, let me grab mine right fast. You know what I did? Like, he went to the car, go get his joint. I said, yo, keep your stuff, yo. And I went in the house, left him standing right downstairs.
Yeah.
He texted me, yo, come get the bag. We ain't even got to take the picture. You can just take the bag. I hit him back like, man, keep the bag. Go give it to somebody you see on your way home, yo. Do that. I don't want any of that, bro. We not doing this so you can post it on the gram and go, yeah, shout out, just gave out some of this old stuff. That's not what we doing, fam.
Exactly.
That's not what we doing.
People love stealing your thunder.
Oh man, we had one of them. I want to speak on it, but I don't want to speak on it.
Don't speak on it.
You know what I'm talking about? We had an incident like that though. I'm gonna just say,
hey, some people don't. I'm gonna put it like this.
it shouldn't even bother me no more, but it does.
Wow, everyone doesn't have good intention.
True.
And two,
Yeah, that's how we got carried out.
We did too.
People-
we did too. We had.
it happens.
Yeah.
People don't know how to accept other people's success.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They don't know how to accept that, so they turn it into hate. And then what I tell you, what is one of the main things that we always talk about? Competitive hate.
Yeah.
Because now
Yes.
I'm hating on you, and I'm in competition with you, and you don't even know that I'm in competition with you. Like,
And that's crazy.
That's a very, very serious problem.
like
It
why
is.
is that a
And
thing?
it's sad.
Because people don't want other people to have what they don't have.
Exactly.
And if you work hard enough, you
Instead of
can
staying
get
home.
it. You know,
Yo,
That's
do it together.
that's the wave I'm on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
About that.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking
But
about
it was
last week.
with my church is in my home. Okay, so we're filed and incorporated and everything, right? So we're able to have things that ordinarily people can't have unless they have a permit. All right?
Okay.
So once a year we do a fundraiser where we sell dinners. All right. One year we do chicken, one year we do fish. All right. So the one year, one of my neighbors across the street, she came over and she was looking at the sign in the door. And she said, and I went to the door. She said, "Oh, I'm just looking to see what you got and how much it costs." Now flyers had gone out in the whole neighborhood. All right. So she was looking. She never came to buy a dinner. All right, or give a donation. All right. 2 weeks later, she pulls out her grill, has a snowball stand,
Oh man.
starts selling dinner.
So my question was, the same energy she spent in
Yeah,
on her
look.
basement, pour her stuff out,
Yeah.
why didn't she come across the street and go, can I
just
put the
buy-
snowball stand up here?
Yeah.
And then y'all
Yeah.
all the money
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
Oh, how about, here go $20. I only want a dinner. I just like what y'all do.
Yeah.
What's so hard about that?
Yeah. See, we were in church so we could do it, so she didn't have a permit, so she did it. She did it in a couple summers, right? She did it. So then I happened to know she wasn't doing it no more. I mean, you know, I was like, oh, what happened? So a guy up the street told me, he said, hey, Mr. Man, you know, such across the street, she had to shut down because her neighbor called and complained about her selling dinners. I said, really? I said, see, when you steal from people, no luck comes of it. See, she came across the street to look at the sign. We're church.
Right. She was trying to get the prices.
She was trying to get
the prices together. She selling this for this.
Let me take $2 off this 4 wings and.
It's like people aren't genuine anymore.
No.
Nope.
With this.
No.
And I walk past people all day and I smile because I never know anything that I say. It could change your day. It could, you know, help you. I never want to hurt anybody, but I'm always just, why not? Hey, how you doing today? Just conversation.
Oh, no,
just
that's
you
a
okay?
fact.
I see people all the time. I pay attention to literally everything, and I try to, like, you know, catch people's eyes, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes you might see that person. You don't never know, like you said, what people going through.
That's right.
I'm glad she said that. I was at a leadership summit in 2016. I'll never forget it. This was when I first started helping. I was helping coach the Mighty clubs. That's like the smaller, like the pre-K, around that age, 1 to 2 year olds of like the little league lacrosse. Like they called it Mighty clubs. And it was a leadership summit for all the older players, you know, get ready for college, get ready for life after this is what it is. It was a dude, man. I've been looking for this dude, trying to find his name ever since he spoke. He was like, he telling us about human interaction and how we're losing it due to technology. Like it brought us closer, but yet it pulled us so far away, right? And he was saying his brother graduated high school in 2014, something like that. Went to got accepted to Ohio State, right? His brother, while at Ohio State, fell into a severe state of depression, and no one was aware of it. Like he was in a severe state, but he was still doing good in school. Still, like he didn't let school control his whole life. Basically, is what
that was his out.
Right.
Yeah.
That was his only ways of out. That's exactly what he said. And he was like, unfortunately, his brother took his own life, right? But the note that was left on his brother's school desk on top of the test that was supposed to be due the next day, all of that, it was a note. I'm going to walk from here to the main campus bridge. If one person speaks to me, asks me how my day going, or even says excuse me to me, I won't jump. And he was like, the bridge was a 10-minute walk from his dorm to the bridge. It was a 10-minute walk. So you know how many people you had to pass in 10 minutes?
Wow.
And not one person said, how you doing today?
Right.
Not one person said, excuse me, on a college campus though.
Yeah, that's
crazy. One person said, excuse me, can I get past you? And that's why I'm glad that you do that out in the public, bro. Like people look at me like I'm crazy. I'll be in the whip with some people and we be at a light. I see somebody on the corner with a little tense. Hey, yo, stop looking like that, man. You scaring people. Yeah. And they laugh, and they start laughing. And they start laughing like, they're like, yo, what, man, you don't know me? It's like, I know you now, though. Like, and we joking like, I'm in Harris Theater. The lady rung up all her stuff. I'm behind her. I see her start like, she leaned into the cashier a little bit closer. Was like, can you take them off? Da-da-da. So you know me. I tried so hard. I'm minding my business. Like, my business. Don't pay for none of this stuff. Do your thing. You only came here for some trash bags. Get out of here, right? But no. So I see her start putting back necessities of the house, like paper towels, tissues. She putting this stuff back. And was like, I'm gonna go grab a different one. So I see her put this. I'm like, shit, dude, I can't like this. I can't, right? Lean over to the little shorty. I'm like, listen, look. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the money for this, right? But have one of the cart boys take it outside to her. I'm not gonna give it to her. Have one of the cart boys take it outside to her. I don't know, tell her the store paid for it or something, right? She give her stuff. You see my house, the parking garage, my building right here. So I see her loading the stuff. She on the phone with somebody like, oh my God, somebody just brought me some paper towels and did it. And she was like loud, one of them loud ratchet, like, oh no my God. So I guess her homegirl on the phone or whoever she was talking to asked the brand or whatever somehow. She's like, girl, this is Bounty 2 Ply. They got She was, and I'm walking, I'm like,
she gonna try that.
I'm laughing like, yo, all right, I just did that, right? She's like, it's a good day. I'm about to go, then she get the car and pull it off. But it's just like, yo, it's just the small stuff, yo. Like, if I would have stood in line, like, I don't know how many kids she got at home, if she got kids at home. I don't know any of that. But I'm assuming that she got kids at home because she drove an SUV. And I'm glad I did do what I did. And I'm minding my business, walking back to the crib, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, if we all started to act like that, like even with where I live, yo, I get looked at. You live in here? Yes, I live in here. How you think I got in here? Like, I live in here. Like, hey, and it's just like, yo, if you just open your eyes and create your own perception on the world and stop going off with third hand information, bro. Like, all of us are not gangsters and whatever. Just because I got my hood on, I'm cold just like you, my man.
Right.
Like, I bought a hoodie so I can use this just like you, my man. Yeah. Like, I'm on the elevator, bro. It got to the point where I don't even like wearing black hoodies in my neighborhood. Like, if I go out for, you see me on the ground all the time, I go on my nightly walks. I walk every night, walk through the neighborhood. I stopped wearing black hoodies in the neighborhood, bro. Not even because of the Trayvon Martin. I got so many looks as I walk down the street, like, I forget that my hood on. I'm just walking with my music on, looking around. Hey, I got people crossing the street with their dogs. I got people stopping, stepping in between the cars while I walk past. I'm like, yo, what? Then I'm like, all right, cool, let me stop wearing these black joints so much. Then I start looking in the closet like, all right, I got some gray ones. This is going to be my walking hoodie. Now that I wear a gray hoodie outside, they walk right past me.
See,
like, now they can see me.
But then people don't understand that when one incident happens, it carries over. And they don't seem to understand. They can't separate that perception to something else. They just want to keep it that same way. And they're branding people. You know, they're branding. I'm just not a hoodie person. I just like hoods. I don't even like hats. So, you know, but they will brand you once an incident happens with that. And that's what has happened, you know. It's become, in fact, I think it's become like the standard for them with the hoodie thing there behind Trayvon Martin, you know. But what does it stand for? It's not just standing for, you know, being a hoodlum. Look at the positive side. Like you said, what is it, you know, what is it representing, you know? So, you know, and people don't want you to, you know, the perception people have of people today is just, is really stagnant of how they can perceive you just by looking at you. You can walk in the room and they don't, you know. I have a friend who used to tell me all the time, she would say, you know, you just show up and people just start just getting real ugly. And I'd be like, why? I was like, I'm just walking in the room, you know, I'm nobody special. She said, nope. She said, because you stand for something. You know, you stand for something. She used to tell me, my daughter would call her to come do something, and she had a certain walk because she was wearing the stilettos, man. She was talking about, where's the stilettos? And she had you could hear it was a heavy walk, like I'm here. You know, and she was like, oh, here come Ms. Mo, you know. So, you know, you got to stand for something, you know. Whatever it is, you got to put your stamp on it, you know. And people are afraid when you start making you know, your stamp known. You know, you know, it's like you said, you don't have to, because you live in the hood, don't mean you got to live like you live in the hood. You know, because a lot of people say at Commodore think I live in the county. I'm like, no, I live right there in West Baltimore on Gilmore Street. What? Like, well, y'all say, well, you know, it's a Gilmore. Yeah, I know it's a Gilmore Avenue in Baltimore County. I live on Gilmore Street. That's Baltimore, okay? Built the house, okay? So, you know, they were like, what? I was like, yeah. So, you know, it's just like, if you have that standard about yourself, then they see you that way, you know. But the mindset, if the mindset is not in the right place, you're always going to be thrown off.
True.
That's a fact.
Indeed.
I can attest to that.
Indeed.
Yeah. I can attest to that.
See, the mind is a devil's playground.
All the time.
Hey, I'm not, and that was nailed on the head. Like, the only thing that I can do.
He loves playing with the mind. He get your mind. He got you.
He got your mind. He got you.
He get your mind.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I can do, and that's why I keep referencing things that I've been through in my life. Far as lacrosse, I don't think people understand how hard it was for me to play that game. Like, in this day and age, like, it's hard, bro. I told you my incident I had with the dude down in Texas. I played on the team with his kid for 2 years. I go to walk on the field. We in some small town, Texas, whatever. We doing a little travel game. He stopped me and was like, only players can be on the field. I'm like, yo, I got on a team shirt. I played with your son for 2 years.
See the misconception?
You don't know. But, and then, where Ms. Williams say, the mind is the devil's playground, bro. My first year of organized lacrosse in Howard County, where I was playing for my school, I thought everybody was disrespecting me on the field. Like, everybody. You check me wrong, get off my face, I'll bang you. Like, this is stuff I did. I call coaches, bro. Coaches will tell you, I got kicked out of games in the middle of games. When I was the best player on the field, I got kicked off because of my mindset. My mindset was, everybody out here is a threat to me. I need to stand my own. That was my mindset. Now, come junior year, come senior year, my mindset was, everybody out here is my teammate. We about to have fun.
But not only was it your mindset, it was your perception.
Well, that's a fact. On the world.
It was your perception
It was a
well.
fact.
Yeah.
I read the whole world because all my life, all I ever got told was the white man was the bad person. And I only played with mostly white kids. You know what I'm saying? So all y'all the bad people to me now.
Right.
I'm like, we playing cops and robbers, all y'all the cops. I'm the only robber out here playing. You get what I'm saying? So once that whole persona, once that changed on the field over the summer, school got a lot easier.
Right.
Because then I start accepting help. Like, oh, these people want to help me. They're not trying to embarrass me. They're not looking down on me. They want to uplift me and bring me to their standards and let me go. Yo, one of my 4 guys, he's white. My closest friend, he done been in the hood, going to the cookouts, like, you know how they say, like, oh, he can come to the cookout. Yeah, Jake is at every cookout. But listen, he in the house, like, I knew it was real when we go to the cookout at my aunt's house. This past summer, we at the cookout. I'm like, all right, I gotta keep an eye on him, yo. They gonna get all his money, like, they gonna get him in the dice games. Yo, I go downstairs, go chop it up my uncles and them. I'm looking for him, like, oh man, where he going? I'm panicking, right? I go upstairs, he in the room with all the cousins playing 2K.
That's what it's
He's like, yo, I'm up by 10, Quan, can we stay? I'm like, yeah, you can stay, yo.
Perception. All about perception.
Perception is, I say perception could be people's poison. That's one of my sayings too.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get ready to wrap it up. It was a pleasure having you on, Miss Williams.
Thank you. It
Feel
was a
free
pleasure
to come
being
back
here.
whenever you like.
Okay, thank you so much.
Please, this was a refreshing show. I must say, definitely. Like
I've enjoyed it.
Come back.
Next time we're gonna have you. I'm sorry, I know.
Yeah, shouts out to your daughter. She's in the background. But thank you all to the viewers and the listeners. This is another week of It Is What It Is Radio.
Be good.
I'm Fly T Miles.
I'm Day Miller.
Reverend J.
I'm just a young man with a voice.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. See y'all next week, man. We appreciate y'all. Like and share the show.
See, I never know.